Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. I have the simplest tastes. I am always satisfied with the best. Patriotism is the virtue of the vicious. If you are not too long, I will wait here for you all my life. The only difference between the saint and the sinner is that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives are mimicry, their passions are quotation. Life imitates art far more than art imitates life. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Work is the curse of the drinking classes. Ambition is the last refuge of the failure. I always pass on good advice. It is the only thing to do with it. It is never of any use to oneself. Conversation about the weather is the last refuge of the unimaginative. What is a cynic? A man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. It is better to be beautiful than to be good. But it is better to be good than to be ugly. One should always be in love. That is the reason one should never marry. Bigamy is having one wife too many. Monogamy is the same. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Memory is the diary that we all carry about with us. A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Between men and women there is no friendship possible. There is passion, enmity, worship, love, but no friendship. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. I can resist everything but temptation. Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing that is worth knowing can be taught. A man's face is his autobiography. A woman's face is her work of fiction. Keep love in your heart. A life without it is like a sunless garden when the flowers are dead. The old believe everything, the middle-aged suspect everything, the young know everything. To lose one parent may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. He has no enemies, but is intensely disliked by his friends. The truth is rarely pure and never simple. Who, being loved, is poor. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. There is only one thing in life worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. When I was young, I thought that money was the most important thing in life, Now that I am old, I know that it is. Children begin by loving their parents. After a time they judge them. Rarely, if ever, do they forgive them. America is the only country that went from barbarism to decadence without civilization in between. Experience is one thing you can't get for nothing. When the gods wish to punish us, they answer our prayers. Men always want to be a woman's first love. Women like to be a man's last romance. All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does. That's his. Society exists only as a mental concept. In the real world, there are only individuals. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. The world is a stage, but the play is badly cast. To expect the unexpected shows a thoroughly modern intellect. Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. Moderation is a fatal thing. Nothing succeeds like excess. Experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. I can resist everything except temptation. Consistency is the last refuge of the unimaginative. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Life is never fair, and perhaps it is a good thing for most of us that it is not. True friends stab you in the front. It is absurd to divide people into good and bad. People are either charming or tedious. Beauty is the only thing that time cannot harm. Philosophies fall away like sand, creeds follow one another, but what is beautiful is a joy for all seasons, a possession for all eternity. Success is a science. If you have the conditions, you get the result. Women are made to be loved, not understood. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people whom we personally dislike. No man is rich enough to buy back his past. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. One of the many lessons that one learns in prison is that things are what they are and will be what they will be.